Vaktaramavatu avatu mam avatu vaktaram. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. बोले श्री गजानन स्वामी की जय, वृंदावन श्री कृष्ण चंद्र की जय। भाई जाइए। So devotees, we are in this auspicious period of Pitra Paksh, and in Pitra Paksh we perform rituals especially aimed at repaying our debt of gratitude to the ancestors. No man is an island. So we all owe these debts of gratitude, 5 debts of gratitude, which we shall briefly touch upon. But we are not performing our normal puja, and we have been advising people also that in this period of time, when you have to do your pujas and so on, you don't perform havan. So why? Now, in every puja, we consecrate the fire. But just for understanding's sake, the fire we consecrate in puja is called Brahmagni. The fire we consecrate at the cremation site. Same fire but different function. It is to cremate the deceased body. That is called Kravyad Agni. And when we perform Srad and so on, like in this period of time, that again is called Dakshin Agni. So in other words, most of you may think that once you do in Havan, you consecrate the fire and you worship. No. So to prevent any mistakes, we advise you don't perform Havan in this time. Unless it's Pitra Havan, and unless you are initiated, instructed in how to do it. It's not safe. So just remember, it's the same fire but different functions. So in this period of time, you offer your jal as usual. Now, those who are offering water in the name of the departed ancestors, you continue to do that. Those of you who are not doing it, you can offer your jal as usual, light diya, offer your flowers, etc. So, you don't stop praying. And we have been saying that, let's make it quite clear. This is not, as many people refer to it, dead people time. We are focusing on the ancestors, yes, but as we're going to listen to a little bit this morning, what dies? What dies? And we all know it's the body that dies. So, we will prepare ourselves for this little discourse this morning from Bhagavad Gita. I'll take 2-3 verses and we will try to understand what it is we do. So as we prepare ourselves, normally that Bhara Akshara mantra, Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, we do that. But this morning I want to also begin with our chaupas. So let's concentrate and get into our journey. प्रवेश नगर कीजिए सब काज, हृदय रखी कौशलपुर राज, रथ चढ़सिया सहित दू भाई चले बनहि अवधहि शीर नाई जाके सुमिरन तेरी तू नाशा नाम शत्रुहन वेद प्रकाश विश्व भरण पोषण कर जोई अकर नाम भरत होई जब तेरा राम जब तेरा ब्याही घर आई नित्य नव मंगल बधाई सखा धर्म में यशरथ जाती जीवन कहन ताकी जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम राम जय जय सीता राम जय जय राम वह शोभाजु समझ सुख कहतन बने खगेश वरने शारद शेष सुधी सोरस जानम महिष सिया पति रामचंद्र की जय शरणम बंदो पवन कुमार खलबन पावक ज्ञान घना जासु हृदय आगर बस ही राम शर छाप धरा ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते 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 वासुदेवाय नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम 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 नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। बोले वृंदावन श्री कृष्ण चंद्र की जय। So devotees will proceed with the journey, and this morning we will just simply glorify the Guru, Mansik, in the mind. Remember, we have recited that Guru Gayatri, Ved Ari Guru Devaya Vidmahi Param Guru Dhīmahi Tanno Guru Prachodayat. So, Ved Adi Guru Devaya, the Vedas, all books of knowledge. Adi Guru Dev, all those who are teachers who guide us along into the pathway of life. The Param Guru, the one who teaches us freedom from bondage, liberation. All gurus, we surrender to them. And this should also imply Jagat Guru, Bhagavan Krishna, Bhagavan Shiva, Bhagavan Sri Ram. The Lord manifested himself in so many different forms to teach us, either through his words or action or both. So when we say we worship the Guru, those of you who have not yet been initiated, you can concentrate on any form of divinity. Those of you who have been initiated, you may concentrate upon that Guru. And we offer obeisance to him. Guru ji ki aarti utaro man lagaye ke, utaro man lagaye ke. Man in the mind. So you have to put the mind to work. Not always are we there in the physical presence of the Guru. But that does not mean to say we can't worship that Guru. Man se, with the mind. Or mani in the mind. So devotees, this is it. Visualize. Guru ji ki aarti utaro man lagaye ke, utaro man lagaye ke. जी की आरती उतारो मन लगाए कि उतारो मन लगाए कि। श्री गुरु चरण कमल रघुनंदन, गुरु चरण कमल रघुनंदन। उनकी मैं आरती करूंगी मन लगाए के, करूंगी मन लगाए के। आरती उतारो मन लगाए के, उतारो मन लगाए के। सीता और राम गुरुजी, राधे और श्याम गुरुजी। सीता और राम गुरुजी, राधे और श्याम गुरुजी। उनकी मैं पूजा करूंगी मन लगाए के, करूंगी। गुरुजी की आरती उतारो मन लगाए के, उतारो मन लगाए के। ब्रह्म विष्णु आदि सब देवन। ब्रह्मा और विष्णु आदि सब देवन। उनकी मैं सेवा करूंगी मन लगाए के, करूंगी मन लगाए के। गुरुजी की आरती उतारो मन लगाए के, उतारो मन लगाए के। देवो आशीर्वाद गुरुजी, अपने कर उठाए के। देवो आशीर्वाद गुरुजी, अपने कर उठाए के। देवो आशीर्वाद भक्तों, अपने शिर नवाए के, अपने शिर नवाए के। देवो आशीर्वाद भक्तों, अपने शिर नवाए के, अपने शिर नवाए के। ये गुरुजी की आरती उतारो मन लगाए के, उतारो मन लगाए के। गुरुजी की आरती उतारो मन लगाए के, उतारो मन लगाए के। बोले श्री गुरु महाराज की जय। So devotees, we will simple bhajan that advises us to chant the name of these different aspects of divinity. Notice different aspects of divinity. भजो मन हरि हर ओम, सुमेरो मन नारायण. I think it's quite instructive to know, devotees, that everything that rests to the mind. गुरु जी की आरती लगाओ मन, भज मन हरि हर ओम, रे मन गोविंद गोविंद बोल. Everything addressed to the mind. Because this mind is very, very turbulent, difficult to control. If not put to work, if not occupied, find its own work to do. And most likely, not constructive. So devotees, as we chant, just remember, we are speaking to the mind. Not straight. I don't want the mind to speak to you. I want you to speak to the mind. Oh mind, focus. Focus. You have to control your mind. Bhajo mana hari hara om, sumiro mana narayan. Bhajo mana hari hara om, sumiro mana narayan. Narayana Hari, Narayana Hari. Narayana Hari, Narayana Hari. Bhajo mana Hari Hara om, sumiro mana Narayan. Bhajo mana suraj, bhajo mana chanda. Bhajo mana suraj, bhajo mana chanda. Bhajo mana pavan sumir, sumiro mana narayan. Bhajo mana hari hara om, sumiro mana narayan. Bhajo mana Gauri aur Ganesha. Bhajo mana Gauri aur Ganesha. Bhajo mana Sati Sangashi, sumiro mana Narayan. Bhajo mana Hari Hara om, sumiro mana Narayan. Bhajo mana Sita, bhajo mana Rama. Bhajo mana Radha, bhajo mana Shyama. Bhajo mana Sita, bhajo mana Rama. Hanu Hanu Hanumantavi, sumiro mana Narayan. Bhajo mana Hari Hara om, sumiro mana Narayan. Bhajo mana Tulasi, Bhajumana Chandan, Bhajumana Tulsi, Bhajumana Chandan, Bhajumana Kavan Kipi, Nirumana Narayan. Narayana Hari, Narayana Hari, Narayana Hari, Narayana Hari, Bhajumana Hari Hari, Nirumana Narayan. So devotees, that is the advice given to us, and immortal advice. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam Mudhamati. So if you, as many people who think about this period of time and of the departed, one of the thoughts that should cross our minds is that ek din hum bhi jana hai. I will also go one day. We all will have to go one day. And so, if you can reflect upon that, you see, there are many messages that we can derive out of every circumstance. So, it is not just, as we have been saying, we're paying debts of gratitude to the ancestors, but also think of our own mortality. Nobody is here forever. Isn't that so? We all have to leave and go one day. Yeah? So what we do is very important. Every moment we make use of is important to us. So devotees, the best we can do, as scriptures always tell us, if that moment has to be valuable, it may be with devotion, the power of the Lord's name, chanting His name. Ram bhajo sabakam tejo. Whatever we do in life, the Gita tells us, Ramayana tells us, Shiv Puran, all scriptures tell us, even Ganesh Baba Gita, Ganesh Gita, all tell us that we must tune to that Lord. At all times occupy the mind with Him. Let not the mind stray. If I worry about everybody else, I worry about everybody's problems, everybody's business, that doesn't help me positively, nor does it help them. If I reflect upon my Lord, it helps me tremendously. And it may also help all those who are near and dear to us. So devotees, advice after advice, basically same message. The message tells us in different ways. Without the chanting, nothing could happen. This simple bhajan, devotees, try to understand what it says. Simple, Sita Ram kaho, Radhe Shyam kaho. But you see, it's not just kaho, attitudes, feelings. So in other words, we remind ourselves, we say it yes, but it becomes habitual. Everything Ram, very good. But now be conscious of when you say Ram, what it implies. सीताराम कहो, राधे श्याम कहो, सीताराम कहो, राधे श्याम कहो। राधे श्याम कहो, सीताराम कहो, राधे श्याम कहो। सीताराम बिना कोई अपना नहीं, सीताराम बिना कोई अपना नहीं। राधे श्याम बिना सुख स्वप्न नहीं। राधे श्याम बिना सुख स्वप्न नहीं। राधे श्याम कहो, सीताराम कहो, राधे श्याम कहो। सीताराम बिना सुख कौन करे, सीताराम बिना सुख कौन करे। राधे श्याम बिना दुख कौन हरे। राधे श्याम बिना दुख कौन हरे। सीताराम कहो, राधे श्याम कहो, सीताराम कहो, राधे श्याम कहो। सीताराम बिना मेरा पार नहीं, सीताराम बिना मेरा पार नहीं। राधे श्याम बिना उद्धार नहीं। राधे श्याम बिना उद्धार नहीं। भजमन नारायण नारायण नारायण, भजमन नारायण नारायण नारायण। लक्ष्मी नारायण नारायण, लक्ष्मी नारायण नारायण नारायण। स्वामी नारायण नारायण नारायण, स्वामी नारायण नारायण नारायण। Narayana, Narayana, Surya Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Hari Om Narayana, Narayana, Hari Om Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Jai Jai Narayana, 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 Jai Jai Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Bhajamana Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Jai Jai Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. So devotees, all these wonderful bhajans point us in that direction. And it is not that God loves to hear praises to himself. You know, when we perform those practices as advised by scriptures, it's to our benefit. So we need to develop this attitude of seeking that Lord. And why devotees? Why? Now we have different reasons. We may say that, God removes all our troubles, all our difficulties, he brings success, he brings fulfillment, etc. All that is in a mundane sense. Remember, there are two pathways, Pravriti Marg and Nivriti Marg. Pravriti Marg is that pathway towards the world, where we pray, wife, husband, children, grandchildren, house, land, all these material things. And there is Nivriti Marg, which takes us away from these things. Sannyas, point of renunciation. Now, many of us, we seek that Lord because we want success in the material sense, Pravriti Marg. Now, yes, you go through that pathway, but just remember that all material things bind you. Everything binds you. You're tied up. You can be in the world but not of the world if you develop that state of dispassion. No sense of ownership, no sense of possession. It's all spiritual qualities. You don't have to run away from the world to let go of the world. The real challenge is being in the world and letting go of the world. That is the challenge. Now, devotees, no matter what, at some point in time, and notice I'm saying time, there is, from our perspective, past, present, and future. So right now, we have to speak of present and future, because the past, nothing could change it. So what I am saying, at some point in time, maybe, and it will have to be either now or in time to come. Whether it is how many lifetimes from now, we have to come to this point of Nivriti Marg, letting go, turning towards the divine. And there is one compelling reason why, and that is because every one of us is divine by nature. What the Vedas say? Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. I am not this body. Now, when you're caught up in materialism, this type of lesson doesn't really click in your head. You don't understand it too much. How can I say that I am not this body and I'm enjoying everything? That's the problem. We're enjoying everything. We think we're enjoying everything. But we have said a lot of these things, so we wouldn't elaborate too much, just to let us know that we are like a bird caught in a cage. Remember the bhajan, tum padhuri tota? where the old man telling that parrot, here you are trapped in a cage. You're getting some grains, a little bit of water every now and then, but your movement is restricted. You are confined within the confines of this cage. But what is your true nature? Swatantrata, independence, freedom. But here you are trapped. A little bit of things for enjoyment, and you think that is happiness. No, you are trapped. But one day to come, you will want to be free. But you know, the thought just crossed my mind. You realize I paused for a moment. The thought just crossed my mind. Sometimes the parrot becomes so domesticated that even if you open the gate of the cage, so to speak, the parrot comes out, but he goes nowhere. He's stuck right there. His whole psyche is guided in that direction, that this is my home. And that is how we are. That was why I paused for a moment. You see, many times while I say things come to my head. Not foolishness. Think about it. You are trapped, but the gate is open, the door is open, you can fly away. But no, this is my home. This is my home. And you put back yourself in bondage. This is how human beings behave. You're caught up with a few grains that you get, a little water you get, and sometimes a little word or two praising you. Nice parrot, nice parrot. You have lost your true identity. So identity devotee is not only race and culture and religion. These are superficial, so to put it. Society looks at identity from this perspective. The color of your skin, your hair, your language, your food, etc. That is identity. But that is also temporary. Your true identity, you have lost it. We all have lost it. And that is, I am one with divinity. Aham Brahmasmi. How are we going to regain that identity? So in other words, the scriptures are pushing us in that direction. Try to regain your identity, man. Don't mistake your identity. Don't mistake the journey for the destination. Understand where you're going. So devotees, from our perspective, this is one thing I think we all need to pay attention to. Pitrupaksha is a period of time for reflection. If you can't reflect, you're superficial, then you have to go through the processes for a longer time. A longer time. All right? But no worry, you have plenty time. Plenty time. Many lifetimes to come and go and suffer the consequences. Or you can shorten the journey and come to that realization here now, as soon as you can. So devotees, this is one part of it. I would like people, don't think about dead people time. This is not dead people time. This is a time that we need to analyze closely. From our perspective, what am I here for? What is my purpose? Eat, drink, make merry. As we say when you're dead, bury. Is that the sign of supreme intelligence? Of course, we will realize it's not true. But this is how we are caught up. Just recently, somebody was telling me, a person, he lives so well. I heard this thing many times before, you know. But I thought, you know, he said, the fellow, he had a good life. You know, he eat good. He drink good. Dress up good. Knock about all about good. He enjoy life. No thing about whether he pray good, eh? Nobody think about that. Just recently. This is how we measure things in a material sense. Only material. Eat, drink, make merry. When you're dead, bury. But is that the end of the journey? No way. Trouble knows that. So devotees, all these things, nothing you have been saying to you over and over. So all I'm saying is that in this period of time, even the young ones, don't waste your time. Think. What is my purpose here? We all have a purpose, you know. The ancestors have gone. They fulfill whatever rules they have gone on. And we're going to come to that. But we now are here. So why am I here? What is my purpose? Am I fulfilling my purpose? Or am I allowing other negativities to distract me and prevent me from fulfilling my purpose. And blame the world except myself. Think. We all have challenges. And when I analyze where I've come from, where I'm at, what is my journey, what is my function, what is my role, I try to define it. And no matter what the challenge is, I go forward. Otherwise, I'll be a failure in life. And failing the ancestors. So, to make it relevant to we who are living, this is what I'm saying we all should be doing. Don't sit down and cry your father dead and your mother dead. And your brother dead and whoever dead. All we have to go one day. All of us have to die one day. We sit down and crying. You owe them that? Everybody on your own journey. All right? What you doing for you? To repay your debts of gratitude. What you doing? So it's something I want you to pay attention to. Because in this period of time, everybody, do this for your Aja, do this for your mama, do this for your papa, do that. What are you doing for you? So that part of it is doing for you, yes. But you see, you do blind rituals and think nothing more than that. When Peter Pox finish, you shut down till next year again. When I'm saying that this is the period of time for intense self-analysis, critical self-analysis, understanding you, who you are and what you are, realizing that you're not here forever. This body, that is. Okay? So that's one. And the second point we have been making is that this period of time is a period of time to repay the debt of gratitude to the ancestors. As we have said over and over, there are 5 debts we owe. Debt to God, debt to the rishis, debt to the pitris, debt to society, and debt to the law forms of creation. 5 debts we all owe. And so, this period of time, specially designated for us to pay attention, focus a little bit on the contribution of the ancestors. Remember, they have all made their contribution and they have gone on. And we have benefited from them. There is a simple rationale. He who takes without giving is a thief. We all enjoy whatever has been passed on to us. And if I don't repay that debt of gratitude, I'm going to lose out. I incur sin. Sins of omission. So from a Hindu perspective, there are ritualistic ways in which we do all that we do. And I keep saying that if circumstances don't allow rituals to be performed, at least we are maintaining, these practices on a daily basis. Pitra Yagya, the ancestors have passed on to us values, principles, practices, that we need to maintain on a daily basis. And then pass on to the next generation. Enhance if possible. So let's put it in a perspective here. It makes no sense on crying for your mother and father. You cry if you want. I can't tell you what to do, what not to do. But what are you doing to justify their sacrifice? What are you doing? And not only mother and father, right? All who have gone before, refer to them as Pitra. Could be a son, could be a grandson, a brother, whoever. All who have gone before. They have made their contributions, they have gone on. Even if that contribution may be in a negative sense, we still learn lessons from it. So we all owe these debts of gratitude. So this is the main reason for the special period of time. And the word is, most of us are caught up with, what? Take out food. Put food. Put food for who? Who are you putting food for? Don't tell me you're putting food for my father, no? You see, this is shallow thinking. So, just to get the whole thing clear, when we do this period of time, as a Bhandarans, when we worship God. Krishna Puja, you do whatever in some form. You read scriptures, Rishi Yagya, right? You can do the Havan in this period of time, Pitra Havan, right? Society, you do good towards society. And the food you put outside, we keep saying over and over, is for the lower forms of creation. Not for your father, not for your mother, not for who has died. Get that clear? Now this is difficult to get out of your head. I was perusing through Garu Puran, and honestly, the kind of things I say inside there, it's unconscionable for me to read those things. But I'll touch one or two things in time to come. Right? They were people who hold on to. And I have seen, in my analysis, definite interference with scriptures. Remember, India was invaded how many times? And if I want to confuse the people, let me interfere with the scriptures and mislead you badly. And some of those practices definitely un-Hindu. Un-Hindu. See, if there was a certain kind of life, just that part I saw, you'll go and you'll have how many maidens? Wife, no? How many maidens? That is Hindu culture? That is Hindu culture? Analyze where it come from. I don't want to say it publicly. But many read, and they read blindly. And what they read their devotees, a lot of these things are put there just as deterrent to prevent you from doing certain things, which no problem with that. But you can't take these things superficially. You can't take these things literally. Okay? So, what we are saying here, if my Aja, I don't know my Aja, right? He passed away before I was born, before my father was ever married. When my father was young, small, my Aja passed away. So if I offer water to Aja, and take out food for Aja still starving somewhere? What is the concept of reincarnation? And the soul assumes bodies, as Bhagavan Sri Krishna says. As a man discards old and worn out clothes and puts on those that are new, so to the soul moves from body to body. So there is reincarnation. So this is what I've been saying. Pitra is a status. When someone now dies, we refer to the soul as a prit. Some people use the term prit to mean ghost. So maybe next week, it depends on the mood I'm in, I'm going to speak of ghosts. Yeah. And then I have to tell you how to take out ghost and tie it in a bottle. I'm going to tell you all them stupidness. Ghost. Just shows you this is for, I don't want to use the term in devotees, but that's illiteracy. Basic things that frighten you into doing certain things or not doing certain things. But even so, what the concept of the pret is, people say ghost, spirit. Next week we'll look at it a little bit, hopefully. I'll try to put it to you. But devotees, when a person now dies, for 1 year, we say that soul referred to as a pret from our perspective. And when we do the 1 year Srad, 11 months, then that is to mark the ascent of that status from pret to pitra. So in other words, from our perspective, you let it go. Nothing you could do to bring it back. So we classify the departed soul as a pitra. So it is a status. Some people believe that there's a place called Pitralok. Some say in the moon. I don't know where, I don't know. These fellows are going to the moon, they might bounce somebody prit, or the pitris perhaps, and people wishing to the moon. Yeah? So may bounce up some pitra up there. Okay? I don't believe that is a physical thing, because of the concept of reincarnation that Bhagavan himself spoke about. So devotees, pitra is a status from our perspective. And that status, I maintain it, but that soul could already have been reincarnated somewhere. So devotees, just a few, maybe 2-3 slokas from Gita, where Bhagavan made this point, that this soul, there's the body and the soul, matter and spirit. The body dies. The body dies. So if I were to put it in a simple way in a devotees, which is not so simple, every time I go to a Srad and so on, I ask certain questions that most people don't know. How many bodies you have? So you won't answer me, but we have 3 bodies. There's the physical body, there's the astral body, there's the causal body. The astral body is attached to the physical body, the yogis tell us. A silver cord is attached to the navel. This is why that point is very important. When this cord snaps, permanently. The physical body dies. That's what we call death. Non-functioning. The astral body is made up of 17 tattvas, physical body 25 tattvas. The astral body also disintegrates. The yogis tell us 3 days after the disposal of the body, the astral body disintegrates. There is a causal body, the third body we have, physical, astral, causal. But also there are 5 sheets: food sheet, annamaya kosh; air sheet, pranamaya kosh; mind sheet, manomaya kosh; knowledge sheet, vigyanmaya kosh; and you have the blissful sheet, anandamaya kosh. Devotees, the astral body has 2 sheets: the food sheet and the air sheet. That's why you have to eat and you breathe. So when there is death, that part finish. So all that food you put in for whoever outside, wrong thinking. Because annamaya kosh finish. No food. That's why I say it's not for the person who died. It's for the lower forms of creation. The astral body has 2 sheets: manomaya kosh and vigyanmaya kosh. Knowledge sheet and mind sheet. Devotees, and the causal body, vigyanmaya kosh. And it said, there you have what they call the chit and the ahankar, the I, part of the antahakaran. Now we can't go into all these details. I'm putting to you what the yogis tell us. So when the astral body disintegrates, as we say, this is why sometimes they tell you in cremation sites and so on, for those who have the eyes to see, clairvoyant, you will see different kind of light. Matter is neither created nor destroyed. When they see this kind of light, they say spirit, where the astral body is disintegrating. Devotees, when the soul moves on, as we see, where does it go? Can I see it? What is the soul? Now, if I put all this together, in India, what Guru Puran tells us, all scriptures, when somebody dies, you dispose of the body as soon as possible. So somebody die, if you notice in Islam, they do it the same day. I don't know how they manage it. But in Hinduism, you have to post-mortem, you have the whole set of thing, waiting for family to come from Australia, from England, from New Zealand, from Alaska. And the vote is, how many weeks pass by the body still there? And what the scriptures say, unless you dispose of the body, the astral is still around. What circumstances? Okay? So, many times when people see what they say they see, they call it spirit. Maybe it's the astral form, that not yet disintegrated. So, the sooner dispose of the body, the sooner astral disintegrates. But the point is, you have to let it go. What can you do? So whatever we do, devotees, whatever we do, the body, annamaya kosh already, food sheet doesn't exist, air sheet doesn't exist, right? Astral disintegrates. So then what you put in food for? How you put in food for your father, for your mother, who? For the departed person. How? Who? Who eating it? So you see, you can't get out of that. You know why? Because what we visualize, when we say think, you can't see the soul, but you visualize the form of your father. You're attached to that. The form of your mother, the form of the person who has died. So you hold on to a physical, and you still think that it's for this, you're doing that. And that is misconception. But I understand the psychological state of it. All right? But this is why I keep saying, how long are we going to remain in that state? That you offering this for your father, offering this for your mother. If you feel happy with it, go ahead, no problem. But I am saying, food you offer, water you offer, annamaya kosh is already destroyed. That body is wherever, I don't know. I don't know where the soul has reincarnated. Now, I'm not saying don't do what you're doing, you know. I'm saying understand why you do what you're doing. You're doing that to repay a debt of gratitude. I'm giving you some mechanics, technicalities why the soul do it, and the food you put outside is not for the person who died. You're not eating. And devotees, if you say you're doing it for the soul, you're doing it for the soul, your father's soul, for your father's soul to rest in peace. And many tell you that. Devotees, if you can't see the soul, you don't know where the soul is. How do you know where the soul is? How do you know the soul resting in peace? How? And then the soul will rest in peace with all the karahi and rice you put for him. And the aloo and so on. Devotees, we are told the body perishable, the soul is imperishable. The soul doesn't eat. Bhojan is for the body. Bhajan is for the soul. So, the soul, devotees, as we have been saying, it is imperishable. It is divinity. Divinity, divine. The body is matter. So when, as I say, there's a separation between matter and spirit, divine, that divine moves on, as we see. Moving on, because that's how we talk. Not physically moving. You can't see the soul, I don't know how you know it moving. Where it going? As I've used an analogy, if you have a kulsa filled with air inside, air is everywhere. If you burst this kulsa, where the air going? Where does the air go? Right here. It's right here. It merges with the air. And we have heard Mayuresh, if you could remember saying, that I am the innermost consciousness in each person, that is soul, which is all pervasive. Where is soul going? So devotees, most of us, we are caught up in superficial understanding, if you call it understanding. So let's, Bhagavan Sri Krishna speaking of the soul, the nature of the soul, what is it all like? Simple. Nainang chindanti shastrani, nainang dahati pavakah, na chainang kledayantyapo, na shoshayati marutah. हे अर्जुन, इस आत्मा को शस्त्र आदि नहीं काट सकते हैं और इसको आग नहीं जला सकती है तथा इसको जल नहीं गीला कर सकते हैं और वायु नहीं सुखा सकता है. Devotees, भगवान श्री कृष्ण जगत गुरु. Let's glorify him. राधे गोविंद जय जय राधे गोपाल. दीनानाथ गोविंद रास विलोला गोपाल. राधे गोविंद जय राधे गोपाल. दीनानाथ गोविंद रास विलोला गोपाल. गोविंद जय गोविंद गोपाल जय गोपाल. राधे गोविंद जय जय राधे गोपाल. राधा लोला गोविंद रास विलोला गोपाल. गोविंद जय गोविंद गोपाल जय गोपाल. राधे गोविंद जय राधे गोपाल. Rasavilula Gopala Govinda Jai Govinda Gopala Jai Gopala Radhe Govinda Jai Radhe Gopala Ananda Rupa Chit Chora Murali Manohar Nandalala Nandalala Jai Nandalala Gopala Jai Gopala Radhe Govinda Jai Radhe Gopala Dinanath Govinda Rasavilula Gopala Radhe Govinda Jai Radhe Gopala Radhe Govinda Jai So devotee, this slope we have been hearing over and over, that this soul, weapons can't cut it. Fire can't burn it. Water can't wet it. Nor can the wind make it dry. Why? Achedyoyam adahyoyam. Aklesho shosha eshata. Nitya sarvagata stanur. Achaloyang sanatana. यह आत्मा अछेद्य है, यह आत्मा अदाह्य है, अक्लेद्य है, अशोष है, यह आत्मा निसंदेह नित्य सर्वव्यापक अचल स्थिर रहने वाला और सनातन है. So devotees, weapons can't cut the soul, fire can't burn it, water can't wet it, nor can the wind make it dry. Now, we have to understand what this implies. Now, if you look at these four, weapons, fire, water, air. Now, weapons will identify with what we call Prithvi Tattva. So I'm trying to point you in the direction with Tattvas. There are 5 main elements: air, fire, air, ether. So let's start with ether first. Ether, air, fire, water, and earth. So now we start from underneath. Earth, Prithvi Tattva. Weapons, physical things. Weapons can't cut the soul. Why? Because that soul is uncuttable. Your Atma achedya hai. It is beyond. You can only cut something that is material. Isn't that a fact? Could you cut wind? So if something is material, you can cut it. But this Atma is uncuttable. That means it is not material. So Prithvi Tattva out. No Prithvi Tattva. It is beyond the Prithvi Tattva. Now, fire devotees, Aag nahi jala sakti hai. Fire. Fire burns everything. Right? But that soul is, you can't burn it. Adahya. Now, it tells us then that this second tattva we talk about, again tattva, has no effect, absolutely no effect on the Atma. So those are the 2 elements so far. Water, Jal tattva, the soul unwettable. So that means that water element has no effect on the soul. The soul is beyond that. And the air element, wind, well, if it can't get wet, wind can't dry it. In other words, It is ineffective. The wind, ineffective where the soul is concerned. It is beyond Vayu Tattva. Now follow closely what I am saying to get the understanding of what this is all about. You may take it in a simple sense. Weapons conquer the soul. And it make you think long time when people go in to put food outside. You have to give your cutlass to go. And they tell you if you get a left-hander, better. Because afraid of left-handers. And the cutlass, if afraid come to chop him. And what is Gita saying? I'm just talking about the stupidity that exists in the ignorance, illiteracy. And up to now it still exists in many cases. Because people just try to understand and go to the deeper meaning. So devotees, what we are saying, these 4 lower tattvas, Prithvi, Jal, Agin and Vayu, are totally ineffective where the soul is concerned. Have no effect on the soul. The soul is beyond that. Beyond that. So this is why I keep asking the question, when you put in food, you put in water, you're doing this, you're doing that, you think it's for the soul? How that benefit in the soul? How? When the soul is beyond all that. So devotees, what benefits the soul? Why is all these things ineffective on the soul? Now notice, we speak of only 4 tattvas here. Right? Prithvi, Jal, Agin and Vayu. There is 1 tattva again. That is Akash. Now, I don't want to make it too complex. It just crossed my mind again. I talking thing has crossed my mind bad. One person say, when you put the food, you ask if the soul has no mouth, how you go eat the food? And the stupid answer is that you come and smell the food. And the belly is full. I fed up with this stupidity, devotees. I'm totally, absolutely fed up with this stupidity. Now, I am mentioning all this. Prithvi Tattva will have, 5 qualities. The quality of the previous 4 tattvas. Sound, right? The 8 matras. It will have touch. It will have sight, you could see it. Right? Smell and taste. If the soul is beyond Prithvi Tattva, just take that alone. What is the soul smelling? Scent has nothing to do with the soul. Form has nothing to do with the soul. Taste has nothing to do with the soul. Not touch. People have feelings for it. Or they hear us stand up and they have feelings for it. I know what you're feeling. Devotees, you see, if you follow what scriptures and understand what scripture is saying, a lot of these things that people do, more purely psychological, to make you feel good. I do this for my father and all right. And some people are compelled to do it out of fear, whatever reasons. But if you understand the philosophy of it, the soul is beyond all that. As Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, the soul, nitya. Nitya. What do you mean a nitya? Always there. Always there. Sarva Vyapak. Pervading every single thing. Sarva Vyapak. We have heard this term before. Hari Vyapak. Sarvatra Samana. Sarva Vyapak. All pervasiveness. Devotees, come to the point, what is all pervasive? From the perspective of the tattvas. Not Akash. Ether. Ether is the only all-pervasive element tattva that we have. All-pervasive. So that if you put it from this perspective, Atma is of the nature of Akash. Ether. Yeah. And therefore, Akash pervades everything. Akash pervades fire, water, everything Akash pervades. Ether pervades everything. The substratum of that ether is the Param Purush, as we call him. But devotees, here we are told that Atma, it's always here, all pervasive, achal, unmoving, unmoving. Here what he's saying, achal. Chal means to move. Achal means that which doesn't move. All you follow me? So it's all going, passing through 16 villages, going main away. It's all going. And Bhagavan Sri Krishna is saying, achal. Achal. Sthir rahne wala. fixed to one place, immovable. Immovable. That's why I say if you have the culture, area all about, Bursi culture, where the air going. Immovable. Right there. Right. And Sanatan, the soul is eternal. Eternal. Doesn't born, doesn't die. Abhyakto yamachincho yamavikaryam uchyate. Tasma devam viditvainang nanushochitum maharsi. Bhagwan said, Arjun, your soul is unmanifest, abhyakt. Unmanifest. Abhyakt. Achintya, unthinkable. When I say that, you could think how much you want, you could understand it, because that, the soul is the nature of divinity. You could think about it, but what are you thinking? The why people think all kinds of stupid and keep it within the limitations. This soul is without modifications. Vikar rahit. And Bhagwan Sri Krishna says, Arjun, is Atma ko aisa jankar, recognizing the soul to be like that. This is what the soul is, simply put. To show karne ko yug nahi hai. It's not right to grieve and to worry, because nothing happens to the soul. The soul is birthless, is deathless, etc. We mentioned here devotees. So you see, I want to suggest to people to go to chapter 2 and try to read it, but you see, you could read it, but you see, it's to get the understanding out. How would you know that fire, water, ether, Nainang Chindan Disastani, that, we're talking about the tattvas here. Fire can't burn the soul, weapons can't cut it, water can't wet it, we're talking about the tattvas. How would you know that? I'm sure all of you reading this all the time. You ever thought of it? You never thought of it. This is why reading is good. But it's good to have someone to explain to you, can get to understand. Then you proceed, go deeper into it. So in other words, devotees, all these physical things we do here, I keep saying, when it says for the soul, how would it be for the soul? Because everything we do in this physical world, there's one part though. When I said soul is nature of Akash, and what is the quality of Akash? Sound. Sound. So devotees, all these other things we do, we follow a certain pattern put forward by us, by scriptures, psychological, etc. But you can do all these things, but what really nourishes the soul? When we say over and over, bhojan is for the body, bhajan is for the soul. What we mean by that? Bhojan, all the material things, the low tattvas. Bhajan, sound. Sound vibration. Sound vibration. That is what helps the soul, so to speak, as we say. Because it is of the nature of divinity. So, mantras, what we do. This is why you see, there's another angle to look at it. When they say chant and be happy, in this Kali Yuga, the easiest, safest, best way, the priest sing his praises, chant his name with the right attitude. Why I think we do kirtan, but to show how we could sing. Why we say mantras? Why we say all these things? Sound vibration. Sound vibration, which is the first vibration ever created. First vibration ever created. So devotees, if you follow what I'm saying, try to understand. Now, of course, many will say, who think superficially, Garu Puran says, so Garu Puran says, there's no stupidness. Like Bhagwan Sri Krishna say. Analyze it. Intelligent people analyze the nature of the soul. You see, in India, way back, how many Garu Puran was with me in the Middle Ages, devotees. Middle Ages, that before Tulsi Das days and so on and so forth. What is the level of literacy of those people? So whatever the books say, do that. And wise ones, but they're not thinking that later down the road when literacy develops. But maybe they expected that when we develop, from the point of literacy, we try to understand the inner meaning of things. That's not happening. We stick in the same time warp of the Middle Ages and before, taking things literally. Literally. So this is going to continue, because you know why, devotees? It is easier to fool someone, as we keep saying, and convince them that they have been fooled. Easier to fool you, frighten you, religion through fear. If you are happy with that, well, I am not the pundit for you, shall we? In the wrong place. If you believe in all the foolishness, wrong place. But if you sit down and listen carefully, open your mind, because I respect, your level of thinking, everybody. And I would like to believe that you're understanding me what I'm saying. And you cannot take even the Gita as it is here at face value. So here I'm trying to give you a rationale. I'm not saying don't do what you're doing. When you do what you do in Pitru Paksh, all your rights and so on, you'll be paying your debts of gratitude. Your debts of gratitude. When we do the Pitra Havan, this is what we say. Parapitamaha Swadha, sound vibration. Sound. Pitamaha Swadha, sound vibration. We read Gita, sound vibration. We do Kirtan Bhajan, sound vibration. When we say, push away, put the food in, don't say nothing. Put all of the mental gratification. Mental gratification. So devotees, to wrap it up here, what I'm saying, and whatever we do in this period of time is for us. The departed have gone on, and from another perspective, we say sound vibration. Sound vibration. What it is that will help us also in our Atma. What will help us? Just putting the food outside? Just doing all these karmas? This is why we keep saying, chant, sound, mantra, chanting. It creates a different feeling inside of you. It nourishes the soul, as we say. So that from our perspective, we need to do these things to help us. Mantra jap. You see what Ramayana says? Put it in context now. Pratham Bhakti Santan Kar Sangha. First stage in devotion, associate with holy people. There, second one, do say Ratma Katha Prasanga. You will develop a likeness, a craving for the glories of God. And if you don't do that, well, you aren't going nowhere. Stick right where you are. Guru Parapankaj Sevati Sari Bhakti Yaman. Then you reach to the point where no matter who you are, what you think you know, you need a guru. Because you don't know everything. Many doubts can arise in your minds. We all know that's common sense. So Tikshan Muni, Shivarima, Kabir Das, Tulsi Das, all these great sages all had their gurus. Without that guru intervention and guidance, the guru don't liberate you, The guru show you the way. He facilitates. Yeah? Guru Pada Pankaj Sevati Sari Bhakti Aman. And then from all that, if you meet a guru like me, he will tell you, Chauthi Bhakti Mama Gunagana Karika Patata Jigan. Sing my glories with a guileless purpose, O man, the Lord said. Sing, chant. Guru Pada Pankaj Seva, Tisari Bhakti Aman, Chauthi Bhakti Mama Gunagana Karika Patata Jigan. No scheme, no trick. No negativities in the mind. Go on after that, mantra jap mama dirdiswasa. Mantra jap. You can chant, you can whisper mantra, you can write mantra, mantra jap. Dirdiswasa with a firm belief. All goes back to sound vibration. And if you can't do that, you won't elevate. And notice in all religions, people sound. Yeah? They sing, they chant, whatever noise they make, sound vibration. The first vibration ever created, first vibration ever, sound. Manifesting itself as Omkar Pranav, monosyllable. So devotees, that is important. Sound vibration. So, we need to, whatever we do and so on, The sound vibration is important to us here, and that is the vibration that helps the soul. So, and you know, those who are here, I'm not going to say who ain't dead yet, but it's we, right? You know, that sound vibration nourishes us. This is why you see when somebody dies and so on, and you have a mind, you have Gita, you Kirtan Bhajan, sound, not old talk. See, it's not old talk. Not some old talk whole night and giggle and grin and skin. Right vibration. Boli teri ras bhari re. Your words must have substance. What is the best substance? Ratu Niranjan Nam. Everything tie in the glories of God. Nothing otherwise, no stupidness otherwise. Okay? And devotees, if you do that, I am even bold enough to say that. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying do the way you're supposed to do one thing. But I part psychological. I myself do it. We grow up with it, maintain the practices, right? But you know, chant, kirtan, bhajan, power of it. Do it right. Do it right. Ancestors will be nourished. And we also will be nourished spiritually. No laziness. But I just thought I'll mention that the most important tattva for the soul is Akash tattva. And there we have sound, vibration. And if you notice, most of the time when we worship for the departed souls and so on, they say Vishnu Bhagwan, Krishna Bhagwan. Because Vishnu Bhagwan is a Dhishtatri Devata for Akash, sound vibration. Nothing is by guess, no devotees. Nothing is by guess. Okay? So, having said that, I just want to leave you with that. And, you know, let's do the sound. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing like sound. And that's why I talk so much to my sound. You know, different vibration you feel about it. You know, you become lost when you're talking about God devotees. Talking about these kind of things. And you don't have the appetite as you go along to talk stupidness otherwise. Eh? It doesn't appeal to you. Doesn't appeal to you. All right, man? So devotees, let's wrap it up. We do that simple bhajan I love very much. Jai Krishna Hari. See Krishna Hari. So take it from different points. Dukhyon ke dukha dur kare. Those of us who are in distress because of who we have lost and so on, we pray, remove our distresses, Lord. And how will that happen? Or ever ask yourself how that happen? No, I could be very boring, eh? God remove me distress. How God will remove me distress? How? Or you know how? How? All the fight no say? All the don't know. To me it's very simple. Let me understand better. He's going to come move the trouble in the outside. There's nothing you could do about the world. Here. This is why it's a personal journey, individual. Remove my distresses, Lord, what I'm saying, in case you don't know. You mightn't think so, but this is what it is. Help me to understand that enough Ganesh, Vivek. Let me understand and differentiate between what is foolishness and what is sense. Let me not be affected. I hope God help me. I don't know how He helping you. That's why maybe you have to wait so long for help. Because He ain't coming so, you know. But He can come any moment right inside of here. So devotee, you see simple questions, simple statements you ask. How can He remove my unhappiness? How? How? Daihik bhautik tap. Daihik bodily. He comes in the form of wisdom, understanding. So I'm able to cope with my circumstances. They no longer exist. And that could happen any moment, anywhere, to any one of us. But if in the macrocosm, your leader giving trouble, they're stupid, whatever. God help me, remove them. They have a time. You can remove them. And God won't do it until the time comes. You're fooling yourself. You're frustrating yourself. You have to think, na devotee. Don't take everything on superficial level. So even the bhajans, Jai Krishna Hari, Sri Krishna Hari. I won't even talk about why Jai Krishna Hari. What do you mean? Right? Let me go on. Dukhiyon ke dukha dur kare. Jab char taraf andhera raho. When on the four sides, there appear to be darkness. What kind of darkness? Disappointment, pain, grief, asha, hope, expectation, non-existent. You know, we are sinking in the tempestuous ocean of duality. There is no boatman. You come as the boatman, O Lord, to take me across. What I mean is a boat waiting to take you across. Remember, I mentioned again, if you all listen to me, devotees, God manifests himself in different ways. When we spoke of the 10 manifestations, you know, Matsya Kurma, Varaha, Narsing, etc., those are qualities that exist inside of us. And when I say, Lord, manifest, this is what I'm asking for. Based upon what my circumstances, I want that power to come up, Lord. That is the boatman. To help me. It's inside of me, inside of you, inside every one of us. All of a sudden, I wait for him to come from another way. Devotees, think a lot. Right? So you become the boatman, O Lord, in that you give me that inspiration, that courage, that strength. I'm able to cross over this ocean of duality. Tu chahe tu sab kuch kar de. You can do everything. Everything is within your power. Vishwa ko bhi amrit kar de. What is poisonous you can change into nectar, etc. Right? You bring fulfillment in the lives of all those who surrender to you. Not only merit it, surrender to you. In other words, what happens, devotees? What happens? You think the world will ever stop at poison and bish and amrit? You always have it, positive and negative. How are you going to get it? What will happen is when your attitude changes, when there are the right spiritual qualities, what happens? Nothing negative, nothing positive. You see a middle path, equanimity. He takes charge. And you say, oh Lord, I keep chanting your name, chanting your name. Right? I want you to take me across. This world of duality is my journey. Is my journey. Destination, freedom from bondage. Take me across, oh Lord. Give me the right understanding. So you have to die for that, devotees. Enlightenment comes within. And you're right here. You're in the world, but not of the world. If you can't think so far, pray and hope for him to come. And I keep saying if 10 million people call him one time, but who call him the most intensely? I don't know. My thinking, no? But if I have this, I can make him appear here. No. I have to wait. Nobody can pull him away from here. And Surdas say that, Vana Prabhu, get away from my heart. All these things I say devoted not by chance, not because I like to talk. It tells us what attitude we need to have. Okay? So devotees, Jai Krishna Hari. On your own, how you think, however you want. Let me do impose on you. Jai Krishna Hari, Shri Krishna Hari, Dukhiyon ki dukh dur kare. Jai 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 Krishna Hari. जब चार तरफ अंधियार हो, जब चार तरफ अंधियार हो, आशा का दूर किनारा हो, और कोई न खेवन वाला हो, और कोई न खेवन वाला हो, तेरा तू ही तेरा Jai Jai Krishna Hari. Tu chahe to sab kuch kar de, विष को भी अमृत कर दे. तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे. पूरन कर दे सबकी आशा, जो भी तेरा ज्ञान करे। तेरे दर्शन को मैं तरस रहा, तेरा नाम की माला जपत रहा। तेरे दर्शन को, तेरे दर्शन को मैं तरस रहा, तेरा नाम की माला जपत रहा। भाव सागर से मोरी नैया, भाव सागर से मोरी नैया, क्षण में जाय किनारा हो, क्षण में जाय किनारा। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों की दुख दूर करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, ओ जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय जय जय। हे नंद नंद गोपाल, आनंद नंद गोपाल। हे नंद नंद गोपाल, आनंद नंद। हे नंद नंद गोपाल, आनंद नंद गोपाल। हे नंद नंद गोपाल, आनंद नंद गोपाल। हे नंद नंद आनंद नंद, यदुनंद नंद गोपाल। हे नंद नंद आनंद नंद, यदुनंद नंद गोपाल। हे नंद नंद गोपाल, आनंद नंद गोपाल। आनंद नंद गोपाल, आनंद नंद गोपाल। बोले वृंदावन श्री कृष्ण चंद्र की जय। Devotees, so keep up your worship, your devotions, and try to study the Gita, chapter 2, get to the essence of it, try very hard. And आगे चले. Blessings to all. Please all stand, devotees. We will join together. Arjun, you play for him the sing now. Jai Jagadish Hari. Prarthana. You'll come for your vibhuti. I have instructions from Vura to give vibhuti. Vura gave me instruction this morning.
दास जनों की संकट
विधताप निवर्तन हे विभु अज जनेश्वर यादव पाहि मां शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरम् शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरम् प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलम् प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलम् मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुध्वज मंगलम पुंडरीकाक्ष मंगलाय तनुहरि आवाहनं न जानामि विसर्जनं पूजां चैव न जानामि क्षम्यतां परमेश्वरम् ओम लाभस्तेषां जयस्तेषां कुतस्तेषां पराजया येषाम् इन्दिवर्षां हृदयस्तु जनार्दन सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुर्भाग् भवेत् मंत्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं जनार्दनं यत्पूजितं मया देव परिपूर्णं तदस्तु मे ओम असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मा अमृतं गमय ओम त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम गर्व से कहो गर्व से कहो गर्व से कहो बोले वृंदावन श्री कृष्ण चंद्र की जाए आर शक्ति जगदम्बा माता की जाए उमापति महादेव की जाए पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जाए बोलो भाई सब संतन की जाए सच्चे सनातन धर्म की बोली श्री स्वाहा माता की जाए ब्लेसिंग्स devotees, please be seated.
Sitaram, we have a few reminders before we end. GDKM will be hosting a Devi Yagya during the Navratri period starting from October 3rd. The Yagya will conclude on October 10th. All devotees are invited to join with us as we worship Devi during this auspicious period. Any devotees interested in sitting for this Yagya and also for Hawan on a Sunday morning can speak to Auntie Annie, Auntie Rupati or Auntie Rhoda. Thank you for joining with us this morning. We hope to see you next week as our service continues. Prasad can be collected as you exit the temple. Have a safe and relaxing rest of your day. Sitaram.
Thank you, Praveen. Just one correction, devotees. The Yag will be concluding on the 11th. All right? The 10th is Durga Ashtami. But I thought it best to go for the entire Navratri period. So we'll finish on Friday the 11th. On Friday the 11th, we will have our puja and the Kanya puja, etc. to conclude the Navratri period. So we'll go for the full 9 days. All right? Starting the 3rd, concluding on the 11th. Blessings to all devotees. So service continues next week. And then we'll take it from there. We have our Devi Yagya. Look forward to seeing you next week. Blessings to all. We have no way to tell you Sitaram, so Sitaram everybody.